Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, we successfully complete our product details page. So right now I'm not logging, and here if you want to access this product details, now you can see you cannot actually access it. It's because of all here I have defined some of the condition. Without logging you cannot access our order details page. So right now I want to actually not defining like that way. For doing this, we have defined that things in our app shop. Into the app shop, if you go to that view, and here you can see in our this class, that means our product details class, I have used as a logging required mixin, right? So now I want to do actually remove it. Okay, so right now I just simply remove it. Now if you click as a save all, and now if you refresh it, now go to our this page, yeah, you can see now you can actually access it, right? So now you can actually access your every product details. That means that is our all that product details page. So now I want to work for our add to cart option. So right now if you want to add to cart this product, then it will be redirected to our cart area. So here I want to defining it. So better right now there is our admin. I just put our admin username, that means the email address and the password. Now I want to log in with admin. Okay, because here we have to create some of the field for this one. Now close the refresh. Now you can see now I am actually logged in. So now here I want to work for our this order. That means in our card area every order will be set up, right? For the reasons here I want to create another application. Then it will be better into the another application area. I want to save all that file. Okay, that means all that our card and that order related everything I want to save it. For if you want to create it, then I think you already know about it, what exactly you have to do. So right now just close it and now open our terminal, and into the terminal I want to create another application. I just name it as a py and then manage.py. So manage.py and then start app, right? That is start app, and I want to create one of the app as a app underscore order. So this type of one of the name I have defined as a app order. Now click as a enter. Now you can see it's now created another application. So that is our another application I have created as a app order. So now also we have to add this app order in our main file. That means in our main file into the setting. So here I want to run our server again. So here I define as a py and then manage py and then run server. Click as a enter. Our server is now running. So now I want to add one in our setting. Into the setting, that is our install app. So now I have created another application and I just simply save it. So here I name it as a app underscore order. So I just simply name as a app order, right? So now I just click as a save all. And also I want to create one of the folder in our template area. So into the template area, that is our app logging, that is our app shop. So now I want to create another folder, and I just name it as a app order with the same name. Okay, I just name it as a app order. And also we have to define our this URL. So that means in our main setting, into the main setting area, that means our project area, go to our URLs, and into the URLs area we have to define another path for this one. So I just simply define another path, and it will be as a shop. Okay, I just name it as a shop, whatever you want. And also we have to include our app order. So I just simply define as a app order URLs. That means now we have to create one of the file as a URLs. That means in our app orders here. So here I create new file and as a urls.py, right? So I just simply create it. So into this URL area, it will be just like our before. If you go our app logging URL, right now I just simply copy everything. Okay, I just simply copy everything, and now in our URL, that means in our app order, into the app order URL, here I just simply paste it. So it will be from our Django URL, we need our path. So right now I don't want to define any path, so I just simply remove it. And also in our from our app order, so it will be as a app order from to this area. I want to import that views, and then also I want to define one of the name. I just name it as a app order. Okay, so now I just simply save it, and now we have to create one of the model. Okay, so we have to create one of the model for our this card order. So right now I just simply remove everything from here, and now go to our app order. Into the app order, that is our models. So by default, that is our input, our models, right? Now I want to take another one. I take another one as a from, as a Django. So from to the Django, there is a conf, into the conf. Here I want to input one of the class as a settings. Okay, I just simply name it as a settings on here. So with this settings model, actually it will be work for your user. So right now I have already some of the user in our database, right? So now if you want to create any user, that means when any customer want to purchase any post, then it will be created our new user. So all that new user will be set up with our existing one. So for the reasons here, there is another class, there is a building one of the class as a settings. Okay, so with this settings we can actually defining it. And now in particular that area I want to create one of the class. So I just simply define the one of the class name. I just name it as a cart. Okay, so cart, that is our class name, and it should be inherited our models. It should be just like that same, and then our model. So I just simply define that model. So now I want to we need our user, right? So for the reasons here, I take one of the object as a user, and here I have to define that models, and also here I define that our one of the foreign key. So I just simply define one of the foreign key, and into the foreign key area we have to define our existing all that our users. So here I have to define that relation, that is our settings. So into the settings area we have to define as a auth underscore user underscore model. So here we have to defining it, and after that we have to define that our on delete. Okay, so that will be as a on delete, and then models. So on delete models, and then the cascade. Okay, so that is our on delete model and the cascade. And also here I will define one of the name. I name as a relative, that means our related name, related underscore name, and I just put that name as a cart. Okay, so now I just simply define as a cart for this relation name. So as I told you friend, with this setting we can actually access our previous all that our user data. That means right now whatever the user will be created, automatically it will be included that new user in particular that area with these settings. Okay, so for the reasons here I define as a model our foreign key, and that is our on delete models, the cascade, and then our related name I have defined as a cart. Perfect. So now I want to define some of the field, like here also we need our item, right? That means this product item also will be needed. So this, for this item, if you go to our app shop, and with the app shop if you go to our models, so here I have already defined our all that products, right? So with this products area we will actually get our this product item. For the reasons we will need this, that means our product will be needed. So here first of all I want to input it. So I just simply define as a from, that is in our app shop. So that is our app shop, the models. So from here I want to input our class name as a product, right? So that is our, yeah, that is actually our product class. So now I just simply define that our product. So now with this we can actually access all that our product items. So for the reasons here I take one of the variable as an item. Okay, I just name it as an item, and then with these models here also we have to define that foreign key. So I just simply define that foreign key. It should be foreign key with our which table, it should be foreign key with our products. So I just simply define that products, and also it will be just like that same as on delete. On delete will be with the models, and then cascade. So that will be as a cascade, and then also we have to define that some of the related name. So here I don't want to add that related name, so here we don't need it actually. So that is actually item, I want to access it with our this product, so that should be enough. And now I also want to take another some of the field, like here after this our quantity will be needed, that means our product quantity. So I just simply define as a quantity. Okay, I just name it as a quantity, and then with these models I want to define the quantity will be as an integer field type. So our type will be as an integer field, right? That will be as an integer field. And also I want to define some of the default value. Okay, default value I define as a 1. And also I take another one for the purchase. So for the purchase here I want to define with our models, and then we have to define our type. So the purchase will be actually the boolean type field, so it will be needed for our checkout page. So I just simply define as a boolean. field. Okay, that will be as a boolean field. And also here I want to make the things as a default. So default will be as a false. Okay, just make that as a false. And then also we need our created date, so I just simply define as a created. And then with these models, this type will be as a date, right? Date time field. And here it will be as a auto. That means auto now add, automatically it will be created, and I will make that things as a true, right friend? And also updated will be needed, so I just simply define as a updated. So with this updated here, I want to define with this models, and then it will be as a same as a date time field. And here it will be as a auto now, auto underscore now. And here I want to make that things as a true. And now I want to define one of the our string. So here I want to declare the string with the function that is our string, right? So with this string it will be as a self. And here I want to define, I want to calculate it some of the return data. Like here I want to return our two of these data field. Like here I want to added our all that quantity. It will be automatically multiple with our product. So that's the return value I want to define. So here if you want to defining it, you have to define that f. Okay, so here you have to define that f, and here in particular that position you have to define that self. So with this self I want to access our this quantity. So that is our quantity. It will be multiple. So I just simply define as a x, and then our multiple with our self. So multiple with our self, and then that is actually our item. Okay, so I just simply define this item. And also I want to create another one. I create another as a function, that is our dev, and then I just name it as a get total. Okay, why actually I'm using it, I show you why I'm actually using it, then it will be very much clear to you. So here it will be as a get total amount. So for the total amount I take one of the variable as a total, and then with our this self. So with this self I want to access our item price. That means this item here I have already defined one of the foreign key with our products. That means if you go to our products model, into the products model, here you can see that is actually our price. So right, so here I want to access it. So if you want to access it, then you have to define that our this item. So with this item I want to already foreign key with our products. So into the products I want to access our this price. So that is actually our price. So I just simply define that item price. And now it will be multiple. It will be multiple with our self. And into the self I have already defined our quantity. So that will be our quantity. Okay. And also if you want to display the total amount with the float, then you can also defining it with using that float. I just name it as a float underscore total. So that is our total, and then our format, I want to format it. So I have already discussed about that things with you. That is our format, and it should be display as a total. So this total amount will be display as a 2 decimal characters. For the reasons here I define as 0.2f. Okay, 0.2f. Perfect. Now I want to return it. So I just simply return our this float total. So that is our float total. I just simply returned it. It means actually, now I want to explain it. Like here, if you actually connected with our some of the product, then it will be easy to you understand. Like here, I will take one of the item. Okay, I put that things as a some of the note for you. Like that is our item. So I just name it as item 1. For item 1 product, that have the some of the quantity. So quantity, it means actually as a 3 quantity I want to purchase, and also for unique price for this product as a 150. Right, so now I have to first of all defining it. So whatever the quantity will be updated automatically, it will be returned. For the reasons here I can say define that our quantity equal to our item. That means whatever the quantity will be updated automatically, it will be updated in our quantity area. Okay, that means if you want to buy this product again, it will be as a 4, and that will be our unique price for a specific this product. Right, like here if you define as a another one, I take another product as item, I choose another item as item 2, and this item 2 product I want to buy as a 5 piece, and for this product unique price I just simply define as a 400. Right, so this will be as a 400. So here I define this condition with our this self. Okay, so here I define as a return our this quantity equal to with our item. That means our item will be updated in our this quantity area. So that means this quantity area. Okay, And then after that I have defined another get total. So get total means automatically it should be calculated two of this, like this price, okay, that means this price and this quantity. So for the reasons here I have defined one of the variable as a total, and with this total I have defined our item price name, that means that is actually our item price. It should be multiple, with our quantity, that means that is actually our 303 piece. So automatically it should be as a, like I just make that as a 200, okay, 200, that means automatically it should be calculated with our quantity, that means it should be define that result as a 600, right friend? So I hope you can well understand about it. So with this function we have defined that part, right? So with this function we have defined it should be calculated, that means it should be multiple with our product quantity with our product unique price, and then it should be get that result. So for the reasons here return our float total. So this float total will be our this portion, okay, like that is our 405 piece, so it should be as a 2000, right? So it should be actually getting that data and calculated that data on here. So with this we can actually defining that part. And also we need our another class, for the order, right? That is actually for our cart. So now we have to defining our also another class as a order. So I just simply define as a class, so as a class, and I just name it as a order. Okay friends, so now we have to create it, that means this order class. So here it should be inherited our models, so models and then model, and now here we have to defining all that our field I want to get for our orders. So how can do that work better? I want to continue this process in our next video. I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.